But I got to tell you guys about the greatest sporting event I think I've been to since I went to the New England Patriots versus Los Angeles Rams when we won our first Super Bowl. And all I can tell you about Duke at Cameron Indoor Arena, it's like how loud the crowd was when Vinatieri kicked that field goal. It was that loud the whole fucking game. I've never been to anything like it. And we sat in we were sitting center court. I thought we were going to be behind the bench. Sorry about that. We were center court, not on the student side, across from them in the lower area. And dude, I'll tell you, there's no fucking way to get out of there. There's no way to go to the bathroom. There's no way to there's nobody coming around to concessions. You are fucked. You are in there, and that is it. Old school fucking barn. You went in, it's so small. I guess it holds like 9,000 people, but you felt like you were in there with like 200 people. And we came in, and it was already, they were already shooting around before the game. And we finally got to our seats. Like, you just don't think that your seats are even going to be there because everybody's so jammed in. And we didn't sit down for the whole fucking game. I started sitting down during timeouts because I'm old. And I got to tell you, I've never seen an atmosphere like that ever. This beats everything. I've been to the NCAA, the championship game. It was in the fucking Georgia Dome. So, I mean, that's a shitty place to watch a basketball game. Even if people are going nuts, it just floats up to the top of the dome and you don't even hear it. I don't even know. I don't even know where to begin. And then it was an unbelievable game, just back and forth, back and forth. When it looked like UNC was going to pull away, Duke would come back. Then it looked like Duke was going to have the game on ice, and then UNC would come back. Somebody hit a three. Someone else would hit a fucking three. It was unbelievable, and I was very impressed with both teams. I like that kid on UNC, number 44. He doesn't rattle. He doesn't fucking act like he changed the game of basketball when he hits a shot. All he gave a fuck about was winning. He hit some big three-pointer, and then they immediately called timeout. Rather than thumping his own chest and acting like he's in Braveheart, he came back to the bench, high five, but you see he was pissed because they just let up an easy bucket before he hit his three. And I don't know. I don't know shit about anything, but if I was a scout, I would pay attention to that just as much as somebody actually doing great things out on the court. And it was insane, dude. Fucking Coach K coming out. I reminded me when I went to the Kings game when they wrapped it up one time to win a Stanley Cup, and I saw them bring the Stanley Cup out. It was like that, except it could walk around talking. So I want to thank Mike Hall at the Comedy Zone in Charlotte for 2 awesome shows, and thank you so much for getting us in touch with the person that hooked us up with the tickets. Me, Verzi, and Bartnick were all sitting there going, I think that might have been the greatest sporting event I went to. Obviously, seeing the Patriots win the Super Bowl was bigger, but the level of excitement, like I just never been to anything like that. And if you ever get a fucking chance, that is definitely one worth stub-hubbing. And the college, the students were crazy, and they had all these funny chants, and I'm sure everybody's going to say, oh, they stole this from you, they stole this from this guy, and blah, 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 blah. I don't fucking know, but it was making me laugh. You know, when they were introducing the UNC players, I'll just use my name. They just say, playing fucking point guard number fucking 0, Bill Burr. And then the whole student section just goes, hi, Bill, you suck. And they just did it through the whole thing. It was childish. It was fucking hilarious. They started chanting. I couldn't tell what they were chanting, and then I gradually figured it out. It was Crazy Towel Guy. I was like, crazy? What the fuck are they saying? Crazy what? And people start turning around looking at us, and then I realize they're looking beyond us. And we look up, and all of a sudden this fucking old guy gets up, starts whipping this towel around his head, this old fucking lunatic. I'm like, I guess that's the Crazy Towel Guy, right? So it's going back and forth, all these crazy chants. You let your whole team down, all of this shit. And next thing you know, it's like halftime. We're sitting there going like, dude, what the fuck was that? That was 20 minutes of basketball? That felt like a minute. my ears were ringing like I'd gone to a concert, and there was still another half to play. Then all of a sudden, this Asian lady comes out. This Asian lady coming out on like a fucking 3-story unicycle, and she's doing that act where you flip the saucer onto your head. Okay, which I had seen before. I've seen the act done before. I never seen it live, but it was fucking hilarious. Verzi and Bartnick had never seen that. Not saying I wasn't blown away. I was definitely blown away. So she goes to flip it on her head. Now, first of all, when you stop on a unicycle, you can't just stop. You got to do that front, back doing. Now she's doing that with one foot on the fucking pedal. She's got a goddamn soup bowl on the end of her feet, on her toes, the end of your feet. A lot of people know it as your toes, right? So everybody's sitting there, right? She fucking flips it. It does like a triple Lindy and lands on the top of her head. And everybody's just like, oh, shit, right? So then she fucking, with the thing still on her fucking head, the little soup kitchen cup there, right? She rides down to the other corner of the basketball court. Now she puts 2 down. Now Verzi starts going, no way, no fucking way, no fucking way. Right there, Fred, it fucking lands. Whole crowd, oh, shit. Then she goes to do 3. So she's got one upright, the other's upside down, the other's upright, just going like right up her fucking shin. And she fucking landed that, and Verzi stood up. You ever see when black people go to church and what do they call it, catching the Holy Ghost? That's what looked like happened to Paul Verzi. Everybody was sitting down. Verzi stood up and applauded. I'm fucking dying laughing. She goes to 4 bowls. Everybody's like, no shit. 4 bowls go in the air, land right on her head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whole crowd, what the fuck? Right? Then she goes down. Her closing bit. Not 1, not 2, not 3 or 4. She puts 5 fucking soup bowls. It's all the way up to her knee. Okay? Oh, I forgot to tell you, this guy's like flipping the bowls. So he flipped one to her. And he fucking threw it too short, and she dropped it. And I was going, fuck, he just jinxed her. He just fucked with the rhythm. It's like calling a timeout to ice the kicker. So she's got 5, flips him up in the fucking air. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one bounced off her head. Everybody's like, oh, geez, there is no Santa Claus, right? You know what she said? She said, fuck that, set him up again, right? Teaching these kids, these fucking millennials, or whatever the fuck you call these kids nowadays, these kids who grew up with knee pads, elbow pads, and helmets when they rode bicycles. They had play dates. They weren't left alone in the company of adults that no one really knew who they were. These kids were sheltered. They don't know how to make a comeback. These kids get drunk, they call Uber, right? Everything's just set up for them. So they don't know how to fucking pull themselves off the mat, Well, let me tell you something. This lady on this one fucking tired bicycle, she showed them how, because she said, hey, fuckhead, I don't give a shit that you throw me 5 more. She set him up again, right? Flipped him in the air, landed all 5. Fucking place goes nuts. Just as loud as almost as loud as the fucking game. There was no break. There was no break in the excitement. That fucking ends. We're looking going, what the fuck did we just see? And out comes Coach K, fucking Duke and UNC, and it gets loud again. More chanting, more singing, more fucking screaming. Came all the way down. Duke finally put the game away with like a fucking minute left with a couple of foul shots. And I just sat there in the last few seconds when I knew that Duke was going to win, and I just looked around, looked at everything I could look at, tried to make enough mental pictures as I could to take it in, because I knew I was just like, I don't know if I'll ever get back to seeing one of these again. But I don't know. If that didn't sell you, you got to do it. That is, dude, fuck Madison Square Garden. It's a mecca. Fuck that place. You can go down there and see the fucking ice capades. Save your money. Go on StubHub, all right? Go on StubHub and just get yourself some tickets and go there. You will not be disappointed. And you got to go while Coach K is still there, who, by the way, I believe tomorrow, the 13th, is his 70th birthday. How great does that guy look? Fucking guy looks like he's like maybe a year younger, 2 years older than me. I don't know. Who would have thought with a job that's stressful, you could still look that good, you know?